Hi everybody and welcome back to my channel. Thank you to all my new subscribers, and for my old subscribers, thanks for sticking with me. I really do try to read channeled messages when the moment is right. And we're leading up to Mabon, which is this time of great transition and awakening, so it's the perfect time. So we have 3 piles today. It's just a general channeled message from your person. So 1, 2, and 3. The first one is this card that says answer the call, and this beautiful aventurine pillar. We have all pillars today. We have the crumbling here. What are you clinging to? And this is a new crystal from the Crystal Fox here in Laurel, Maryland. If you're local, give them a shout out. This is a blue phantom quartz. And then we have Warrior Woman. If you weren't afraid, what would you do? And this is a pillar of kunzite, love stone. So just take a second and choose the pile that resonates with your best energy. You can pause the video if you want, drop down into your body, close your eyes, and then open them and see which one resonates if you're having trouble. And other than that, I will see you on the other side. Hello, pile 1. Welcome to your reading. You have chosen Answer the Call. This is from the Work Your Light Oracle deck. And I honestly feel like from this card, your person wants you to know that you're on the right track. Maybe you're in the healing profession. There's a road that you have to choose. Maybe you identify with the twin flame label, with the twin flame mission. And they just want you to be reminded of your power and to step into that power, to go on a journey or an adventure, or this might be a sign to move cities or towns if that's something that you're thinking of doing. And of course, aventurine is this beautiful stone of luck. So this is kind of a yes confirmation if you're thinking about reading specifically for this reading, like into something. So this is actually a really good time to kind of choose maybe a sign and see if it comes up here in the cards for you. That will be extra confirmation. Okay, so let's just take a look at your situation. I'm going to draw some tarot cards and then we'll confirm with some oracles and just see what your person wants to say to you. Ooh, this person wants a brand new start. Yeah, maybe this is before or after you move cities or change jobs or something, but they really want you to like move full steam ahead with something. What else do we have here? Yep, I knew this card was going to come up, the Emperor. Yeah, so your person, like, this could definitely be a twin flame. They want you to know that, like, they're the person for you. So if you've been seeing anybody else or thinking about seeing anyone else, there's like some low-key jealousy here. There's like, I'm your daddy energy. Like, don't stray too far because I'm the one that you belong with. And if you're interested in knowing more about sensual messages that your partner may be thinking about you, that is one of my most popular readings on Etsy, so I will link that below. What else? Okay, our first reversal. We have the Page of Pentacles in reverse. I'll turn this around here. She kind of reminds me of like a wealthy widow. I'll draw one more. Let's see if I can get anything else from that. Ooh, and 2 came out. So we have the Sun. Oh my gosh, so many major arcana cards, and that's how you really know that this is a twin flame connection. And then the 5 of Swords. I feel like with the Page of Pentacles, they want to tell you, they're like envious of you for some reason. Like you stepped into money, or they're having trouble with money. They wanted to be able to be a part of your new business. This is it. It's the mission. They are not, so okay, over the 5D, you might be feeling like you can't feel them anymore. They're not in your dreams. They've pulled back their energy because they're running into some money troubles. And they really wanted to kind of go full steam ahead here with this Fool card and support you in a monetary way, maybe even invest in a new company or idea that you're building, but they ran into a very quick setback. And they just want to let you know that they're going to support you energetically. And you can see that here with the Sun card. They're going to bring fresh, positive energy. This person might be a Leo. They might be a fire sign. That's Leo, Sagittarius, Scorpio. Well, take that as it resonates. Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries somewhere in the chart. And they're going to keep this positive disposition so that if you ever want to reach out, they want you to know that they will be there for you. They will be your cheerleader, basically, and maybe even a shoulder to cry on. Because we do have the Five of Swords here, and this is an interesting card too. I'll turn this around. The Five of Swords is, he's like a lone ranger. He's like in the middle of the desert here. This is kind of the vibe that I feel. He's separated himself from the crusade. Maybe he's a deserter from the army. Maybe he's like a lost white knight. But of course, it's in reverse. And the Five of Swords, I believe, traditionally, actually, I can't even remember, but I'm going to take this as this person is going through some changes in communication, because air definitely is all about how we respond to things. And I feel like in conjunction with this kind of break that he's taking, that's why you're not hearing from him or her, honestly. Divine Masculine is not gender specific. In texts and phone calls and on social media, I feel like social media is a big way that they've removed themselves from outside influences. And there, to some degree, there's like this energy of like, I'm worried that people will think less of me if they know that I'm going through a rough time. And I think this is part of the call here. So you as the feminine principle in this connection really have to be willing to rely on this person emotionally to show them that it's okay. If you approach them and say, hey, I've had a hard day, or I'm having trouble with this, can you help me? Or I'm exhausted, can you hold me? If you're in communication with them or in the physical with them, that's really going to show that person that they matter and that they have more to offer than just providing and protecting, which is a very masculine way, old world masculine way, emperor type way of looking at things. What can I bring to the table physically? How can I build her this house? How can I make this happen? The modern woman of today wants a emotional warrior, a sacred warrior, a warrior of the heart too. So this is how you help this masculine step into his role here. As your energetic and divine counterpart. Super cool. Let's get some messages. So this is a new deck I actually just got. Some kind of angel messages deck. And we have opportunity. So an opportunity is coming in for your person. And I feel like they definitely will find a way to maximize that prosperity, whether monetarily or spiritually or something. They're going to find the keys to what they're looking for. We also have choose a new direction. How interesting is that? So that's like confirmation of answering the call, but they will also probably go in a new direction as well. And there's this beautiful energy of like, this new direction is a direction of light. It will feel lighter in your body. It will feel more harmonious between the two of you. It might even have something to do with soul mission. So like think of different ways that things can be therapeutic and how you can apply healing to forays that you might not have thought of before. And then of course we have this little sign called unlikely. And I feel like that is telling you that if you feel that if you have any doubt that this is not your person, that this is not the connection that you thought it was, that is not true. That is literally just your ego and your fear, your survival mechanisms kicking in and saying, we're afraid of up-leveling. We're afraid of not being ready. We're afraid of answering the call. So you might be on a shamanic path somewhere, which is often characterized by sickness or some kind of burden, a transformation of the mind, body, spirit, a complete up-leveling and unearthing of everything you knew. So do reach out or comment below if you feel like that, because I've definitely been there, and I can provide some pretty good insight and some support. And we have playfulness. I was just talking about this in one of my readings yesterday. So your person wants you to know that, a lot of things on this journey can feel heavy. So in order to kind of keep this connection alive, especially energetically, because we're sharing energy and there's really no way to cut off or cut cords with somebody that is your divine counterpart, you've got to keep it light and youthful. So if you've had conversations with this person like, what are we? Where are we going? Nix all that for now. Focus on yourself and enter the spirit of play. Text the person something funny if you're communicating that way, or do something that feels light in your body so that your person can feel that. Watch a funny movie or a romantic movie, cook sensual food, tease the person or joke with them, whereas if before they've been anticipating, like maybe you're psychoanalyzing them or trying to point out things that they need to work on, and this is going to rekindle that spark. And look, we have true love. This is the romance of a lifetime. So just another confirmation for you that this person is your person. I know sometimes like we step into the shadow self and we wonder like, oh my God, how many red flags are there? And are they true red flags? Is this person going to change? This is all part and parcel of the human experience. There are really no such things as red flags. If you look at a person in transition or a person with dark tendencies, it's just somebody that needs to be healed. And at any point along the way, they could absolutely do this for you. So you just need to trust that this person, if they're on the same path that you're on, is going to do the work as well. Let's get some messages from them. What would they tell you right now? This is a whole channeled message reading, but interesting. We have the grass was not greener on the other side. So if you separated for whatever reason, because maybe they felt it was too much or too strong, or there was somebody else waiting in the wings, or often somebody goes back to a karmic partner, that has ended, and they've realized that they also didn't answer the call. And I think that's why they want to send you this message of support right now, because they know what it feels like to be wrong and to run away from destiny. We have, would you reject me? Yeah, so there's some self-doubt here with this masculine, even though they might present themselves on the outside like this calm, cool, collected, completely in charge, madman type of character. On the inside, they really haven't accepted this level of vulnerability that's needed to truly connect with you. To be able to express themselves in such a fashion where they feel like it will be okay if you reject that idea or if you reject them somewhere. But they are learning that, I feel like, with the Sun card now, and realizing that there's a reason they don't fit in anywhere. And it's because they're very unique and they need to step into that authenticity. And this is just a message of hope. I should have been more honest with you about how I was feeling at the time. Again, we're hitting the nail on the head. If I could give you a theme for this reading, it's honesty. He or she is reminded of you constantly. I think that's one of the reasons that they took themselves off social media as well, because there's just such a desire to connect with you. And, this person doesn't feel completely ready to commit yet, and they know that that's what you want. So they're going to pull back their energy and work on where they need to work on, and they hope that you do the same. And this is what they're moving through. They're just moving through this idea of defeat. They don't feel like, again, they've acquired enough physical possessions to come and take care of you. I feel like this is somebody that wants a very traditional relationship, but I think they're going to be in for a surprise, because I feel like your mission is really going to obliterate all these gender typical roles and standards and, just societal things that we've grown up with, especially in the West, if you're in the West. So they're going to have to move through this kind of period of feeling insecure in order to realize that that's just a construct that they've put on themselves. If you're, a bird seller and you're happy being a bird seller and that's what you were intended to do, then you have to own that and you will be happy. So it's just kind of about finding, that place where you click. What else do we have? We have begin. We have birth. Oh my goodness, so many positive, and we have self-care. So if I could round out this reading in any way for you and keep it short and sweet here, it's that this person they want like everything that they should be doing for themselves, and of course it is a mirror, they want for you. They want you to take care of yourself. They want you to not overwork once you figure out what it is you want to step into next. They want you to step into your power. They want you to transform. They want you to not be afraid to begin again. They see the magnificence of all the gifts that you have to offer, and they see you as the star. They see you as empowered and charming and beautiful, and they just want you to know that they, even though may not be physically present or communicate all the time, they're thinking of you and they want the best for you. And of course, this all applies to them as well. So if you're a masculine watching this video, that's kind of a message here for you. Yeah, I love it. I think this is great. It's pretty straightforward and to the point. So if you like this reading, like the video. Subscribe to my channel. I usually do pick-a piles, and then the next reading will probably be my Divine Masculine Speaks, so that'll go deeper into like what's going on with your masculine specifically at this time. And other than that, check out my readings below, and I'll see you for the next reading. Hi, Pile 2, and welcome to your reading. You have chosen the Crumbling, and this is from the Work Your Light Oracles deck. And I get kind of a tower feeling with this card. So this is basically asking you, your person wants you to burn away all that is not serving you and think about what is happening in your life that might be wasting your energy. And then we have this beautiful piece of blue phantom quartz. And phantom quartz, I get a smoky quartz feeling from this card, or this crystal. So they want you to know that you are protected and to not be afraid. I wonder if this is going to be a little bit like pile 1 of letting something go, which I honestly feel like, since I'm channeling from them, is a person, like an ex. All right, so here's what's going on in your situation. So we have Strength in reverse. We have the Knight of Cups in reverse. Yeah, see, this is about an ex. There's somebody in your past, I feel like, that you need to, that's like zapping you of all your vitality and personal power and strength, and you need to let go of them. We have the Four of Pentacles in reverse. Lots of reversals here. So this gives us clues as to everything that needs to be burned away. And then the Two of Pentacles. So if this person could say anything to you right now, they want you to choose them. They want you to, similar to pile 1, go towards them, go in another direction, and balance finances definitely better. Maybe you're supporting somebody, maybe like this is an ex-husband and you're splitting child support with them. There's just somebody here, especially with the Knight of Cups in reverse, and I'll turn this card around so you can see what it would look like upright, who I just feel like is using you a little bit. And if this doesn't resonate, then choose another pile. But in your truest state, you are this woman. You are like a vintage goddess. You can see how it's almost like the lion is her pet, or maybe she's like some kind of a tamer in some way. He doesn't seem too bothered that her hand is on him. And I just kind of feel like maybe you had like a hard relationship, or it was toxic or abusive or something, and this person just realizes that there's been a change in your personality, and they want you to reclaim your power. It's similar to pile 1, but a little bit different, because I really do feel like you're kind of coming from this exhausted, enduring place where what is actually necessary is for you to just drop all of that weight. And you see the Two of Pentacles is really somebody who has opportunities at her doorstep in both hands. They want you to reclaim a more positive attitude. They want you to hold on to your money, to spend your money on yourself. More Pentacles. So we end with the Six of Pentacles. To be able to be in a position to be generous with people who don't make you feel guilty if you don't give it to them, to put your money and invest your money and time and worth and however you want to interpret this in the direction that you want to and in a balanced way here, because we have Libra. So your person could be an air sign, that's Libra, Aquarius, or what's the other one? Gemini. But I really do feel some strong Libra thread here, so that's kind of extra confirmation for my Libras. And the theme of your reading basically is balance. If you find balance between your head and your heart, you will have the world. All right, so let me get some more messages here from your person. What do they want you to know at this time? See, listen to your intuition. Is there a person, place, or thing that doesn't feel right that you keep going to? Maybe it's a coffee shop. Maybe it's spending extra time on the phone, kind of complaining about what's going on, but not actually changing something. Is there a friend that is just making you their therapist and you don't really have time to deal with that because you should be dealing with something else going on in your life right now? Listen to your, drop down into your body. That's the best way to feel the third eye. And just think about these things. Because when you eliminate, you will be able to open yourself up. This person wants more of your time. They kind of sense like if you haven't been able to go on a date, it's because something is taking up a lot of your time or maybe taking up a lot of your finances and you've got to work extra hard in order to get that stuff back. And they just want to see more of you and they know that they're going to be a good influence for you. But they don't want to force you to make these decisions. They want you to choose them. Well, I think that's so beautiful. This card also came up in another reading, unlikely. That's interesting. Let's see if I can get a little bit more clarification about what that means. Compromise. So this person wants to let you know that they have boundaries and this is what you actually need in order to manifest them or anything else that you want in your reality. They're not going to hold your hand through this. That's not the kind of person that they are. So it's kind of like an Aquarius vibe here. And look, more scales. They might be a Libra or have Libra in their chart somewhere and realize that, or you might be a Libra because the shadow side of Libra is, bending over backwards to please everybody else and not yourself. And so what this person wants to tell you is compromise might be unlikely in this situation. If you're dealing with an abuser or if you're dealing with a toxic person, they're just going to keep exploiting whatever you let them, out of love, get away with. So if they've said harsh words to you and you've said, I've explained myself and this is how it makes me feel, please don't do this again. And they're like, okay, yes, I'm sorry. And then keep doing it. That's not somebody that's meeting you in the way that they need to. So your person isn't going to be this crutch for you, like a shoulder to cry on, very different from pile one, because they want to give you some tough love in order so you can give yourself that love and ultimately shed this person. And actually on the bottom, I just drew within the next few weeks. So this could have a couple of implications here. They might be giving you like a subtle timeline, like you need to do this soon, and maybe not have even said anything about it within the next few weeks, or I'm going to go away. That's kind of the biggest thing that's like standing out to me. But there's also a message that if you do this within the next few weeks, look how much harmony that you're able to have. It's like if you're willing to take that leap and let some of these things die, your worst fears are not going to happen. It's actually going to open you up to everything else that you want. So there's a message of positivity here. What else does your person want you to know? Yeah, they really don't like being like the side piece. They want to have a heart-to-heart conversation with you. I feel like if they haven't expressed any of this, they're going to, because it's like super important to them to cultivate honesty and let you know where they're at. We have finances and career. So, they might be going through something similar or have gone through something similar, and they just want you to know that they're not judging you, but that they know that they maybe in the past they've tried to be there for somebody going through the exact same thing, and it just doesn't work out because it's kind of enabling somebody to feel good and unload and have a great conversation about it, and then not make any changes. And they want you to make those changes. Yeah. And then on the bottom, interesting cards here. We have separation. Time apart from your partner is on the horizon. So it doesn't feel at the moment like you're really willing to make these changes, but this person could be the one. So again, it's really just about conquering that fear. The whole world is yours. You just have to be willing to exist in the unknown a little bit and invite some chaos in, and maybe even be chaos in order to attract something completely different. So if they could say anything about this right now, and to you, they say, I'm sorry I can't do right by you. I couldn't do right by you. So this person has a little guilt. I mean, they want to be there for you. They want to hold your hand through this. And they want you to know that when you become their partner, they will absolutely do this for you. They will have 100% honest communication. They will, bring you food and tea and water when you're sick. They will take care of you. But they're not willing to deal with this third party because they just kind of sense that whoever this is, I mean, it could have been an ex from a long time ago that's just like affecting your ideas of romance and things like that. They know that that's a demon that you're going to have to tackle. Oh, I just called him or her a demon. Sorry. But you know what I mean. Like it's your own hurdle to kind of get over. And I think they're kind of testing your mettle and testing your strength in that regard. They have, I miss you, regardless of how things seem. So if you're in separation or they've blocked you on the internet or like are refusing to kind of feed into this right now, things are not what they seem. They really do care, and almost too much. And that's kind of why they've had to pull away. And then for some of you, we have, I wish I could take back the things I said. So like, if harsh words were said, it was done because this person is super frustrated. And like I said, they do really care about you a lot. So sometimes our emotions get the best of us, and they wish that you would forgive them. On the bottom, we have our connection still affects me. So like they're just really trying to hold space for you while at the same time like being able to love themselves, which is healthy. So you've got a good person here. They really care and they're mature. What else is going on? What are they moving through right now? Yes. Look at that. What did I just say? This is all about boundaries. Maybe this person has a little bit too many boundaries. But, sometimes that happens when we deal with toxic people. We start saying, nope, I'm not going to compromise at all. So both of you are kind of mirroring each other in nice ways. And you can learn a lot from this person. If you do reach out, you can ask them to have a conversation about this and how they operate and navigate these things. I think they would be very receptive to that. We have anxiety, and I really feel like you're giving this person anxiety because they're nervous about what you're going to do. They're nervous if you're going to choose them or not. And they honestly understand that you might have to go back and forth with your past or this person in order to reach that point where you feel comfortable moving forward. So that's just kind of a message there. And then we have choice. Yeah, like they want you to choose them so badly. On the bottom we have it gets better. So I think it's not going to happen right away. But if you make the choice to choose this person, all of the broken pieces of your heart, all of the past hurts will be mended by them. So this is a super beautiful reading, and I really love it. So yeah, like this video if you liked my reading, subscribe to my channel. The next reading I think is going to be on the Divine Masculine, so if you resonate with the Twin Flame label, you can check that out. And my readings are listed below as well, so do check everything out, and I'll see you next time. Hello, Pile 3, and welcome to your reading. I love days like this. I had a massive headache, and now I'm here, switched on and tuned in to read for you. This card is a personal favorite. It has personal significance for me. It says, Warrior Woman, if you were not afraid, what would you do? And today's reading has really been a lot about not only your person and what they want to say, but like your mission, your soul path. I mean, people are just really stepping into their power. The first two readings were like very supportive in different ways. And I feel like this one is going to be no different. So with this beautiful piece of kunzite, kunzite is the love stone. It's compassion, it's self-love, forgiveness, abundance in love, which we can see here from this pink cloud resonating from her. And I just kind of get this feeling like you're so empowered. Like maybe you were meant to protect something. Maybe you were meant to trailblaze a path in some way, and to find a new way to use the sword. So swords in tarot are about communication. So you could be like a written warrior. But for some of you, I honestly feel like it's like using the sword to protect more than to, or to defend than to just create needless bloodshed, which honestly should be what we've been using this for in the first place, but things get distorted throughout history. So, you know, say lovey. Here we are now. So I'm going to read some tarot first, see what your person wants to say, what are the messages they want to give you. We have the Three of Pentacles. This is a creation card, and I love the pulp tarot because it's very vintage 70s, and it looks like these guys are about to rob a bank. So I feel like you're kind of a non-conventional person in some kind of way. You've been working up like a master plan. Maybe you're drawn to like espionage, or being a personal detective, or like just creating a business plan and finding a way to kind of get rich quick. Maybe you're willing to get your hands dirty a little bit. Maybe you operate in the underground or the fringe world in some way, and your person is just like, go get it, babe. We have the Six of Pentacles in reverse. So your person wants you to know that you remind them of home. And there's a feeling of like maybe this is something that they haven't told you yet. But it actually kind of hurts them a little bit for whatever reason. I feel like that's more about their personal work. So they could be healing some family issues right now, something from childhood. Yes, yeah, we have the Three of Swords here. So this person is basically telling you like they're moving through an old heartbreak or an old hurt, or maybe something currently is hurting them. And we have the Ace of Wands in reverse as well. Like they wanted to have this start with you and it got shunted. I think they got scared. I think honestly they're like intimidated by you. They're in awe of you and they're intimidated by you at the same time. This is not a person that stepped into their power yet, so they are almost jealous of you sometimes in a way that you are so authentic and free. But we have the Knight of Wands, so you're definitely going to hear from this person. This person is basically like, I'm coming for you. Kind of similar to pile one, but maybe a little different in the energy that this person could be a fire sign. That's Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. Or maybe some other sign that kind of acts like a fire sign. I don't know. I don't know what kind of energy I'm picking up here. Could even be air, like an air sign that acts like a fire sign. This person wants to let you know that they are just having a good time right now. So if you're not in communication with them, they are kind of trying to forget about the work that they have to do. And so this is all the more important to stay in this power, because the more they see you going out and slaying your demons, and that will encourage them to do that. I'm going to keep going here. I'm not satisfied with this in terms of messages. We have justice in reverse. So there's some karma coming to this person. I'm not quite sure why. Maybe they haven't been particularly nice to women in the past. Yeah. There's a mother wound here. I think, this person could very well have had like an ex-girlfriend or an ex-wife that was domineering. That's why they're attracted, but they're in fear of how you're going to treat them, and they're trying to be casual about it. And then we have the Magician in reverse. So it's like a denial of your power. Oh, that's very interesting. Seven of Cups in reverse. Yeah, so this person knows that you're good for them. That's what they want to tell you from their heart. They know you're good for them. They know that you are not going to put up with too much of this juvenile stuff. But they're just not ready to step into that kingly position. The Knight is not, you can see there are no real strong masculine characters. And of course, this isn't gender specific, but there's a juvenile energy to this. And I think this is where this person feels comfortable. They have kind of like a Dukes of Hazzard feeling about them, which is great. I mean, if you're kind of operating in the fringe world, and maybe you're in banking, or maybe you're, in cybersecurity, or in hacking, or whatever that requires kind of like a freewheeling, like rebellious mentality. This is a good person to have on your side. It's just like right now they're just kind of dealing with, you're triggering them with like heartbreak somewhere. Maybe their mother died young. It could literally be anything. And they're not sure where they fit into this whole equation. We have the Six of Swords in reverse as well. So there's this resistance of like healing for them. But we also have the Two of Cups in reverse on the bottom. So like this person wants you to know that even though they're not willing to do the work right now, they still really like you. They're in awe of you. They know that you would be a good person to connect with, to marry, to continue to like ask out on dates, that kind of thing. They see that they have like all of these options. Maybe they're like, a very charismatic person, and they have a lot of options with women, but they don't really want to take them because they recognize like you have, interesting. You have penetrated, you have pierced them in a way that's undeniable. That's kind of what I see. Let me get some more messages here. This one is not as clear as the first two readings. It's very interesting. We have If You Believe with the Merkaba here. So this person wants to let you know that you can literally create anything. And they're kind of hoping, I feel like, to ride on your coattails. This is somebody that isn't going to mind if you are the breadwinner. They might even be interested in like being the stay-home parent. They're a non-conventional person as well. And we have improving health. So this could also be part of that. Sometimes when we have massive health issues, it kind of triggers old woundings. If we didn't have a parent who was a good caretaker, then we don't really know how to take care of ourselves. And we feel sometimes that being in this state leaves us weak and useless, especially if you identify with the masculine polarity there. So that's just kind of a message. And then not the right time. Yeah. So I picked up on this. Like this person, they just need more. It's almost like you have triggered them to become a better person. You have things. You have plans. You have goals. And they're not really quite sure what they want to do with their initiative, what they want to do with their time. And they just want to play. They just want to exist in a world of, childlike wonder for just a little while longer. Ironically, it kind of strikes me as like this person did a bunch of odd jobs and they're just overworked and underpaid, so they have this kind of resistance towards any kind of work at all. And of course, like when you find your soul mission, it's not going to feel like work. It's going to feel exciting and everything's going to click and it's going to create this cycle of abundance. So that's why I say like they're a little bit jealous, because I also feel like you or this mother figure or somebody in their past had like a little bit of an occult bent. And obviously if you're here watching this reading for tarot, then that's true. And they don't believe in that. This is not necessarily a spiritual person. And I feel like they need to let go of their resistance to trusting the divine and looking for signs. Because you operate on an entirely different level. You see how everything is connected, and this person could really use a little bit of your medicine, let's face it. What else do they want to say? Yeah, religious factors. So there are some things here I feel like that make you different. And I was just talking about this actually, the spirituality thing. Maybe this person is atheist, you're not atheist, or maybe they don't believe in a higher power, whatever the deal is. That's tricky. It's not like it can't work. But it's tricky because I feel like you're so influenced by this spiritual path and you're so switched on, and it's kind of hard. It feels like you're almost like dragging this person. And then again, we have wedding. So this could be needing to shed an ex, needing to shed the ex-wife. But also, again, like with the Two of Cups, like they know that you would be a good partner. They know that you would be... and they do want to step up and be that person for you. I think similar to pile 2 in that way. But they just haven't figured out how they want to do it. Unlike pile 2, I don't think they're a very traditional person. I don't think like they identify with like, I'm going to be the protector and the provider, because so are you. So it's really about like, what kind of relationship are you guys going to have? What kind of compromises do you make if you have a dual income? Or again, like taking that other role and saying, I actually wouldn't mind being the staying home parent or whatever. Yeah. And we have children. So that's kind of what I feel from this person, is like they feel like emasculated in their own mind because they want to be more feminine as a masculine person. And of course, take this how it resonates and leave the rest. They want to just be and have a family and be a dad, but I think there's something here where they realize they're not ready because they feel like a child themselves somewhere. So the remedy of this situation is to go ahead and make that romantic gesture. If you're sure that this is somebody that you want to go after, and just let them know like, hey, I can hold space for you like this, I don't see all of these things as red flags. I'm not going to put pressure on you to do all this stuff right now. Go enjoy your life, and we can keep having fun. And if you don't, then obviously express your love to someone else. This person is more than willing to just, let you go for a little while in order to fulfill whatever you need to fulfill. They don't want to stand in your way. And if they could say anything to you, they say, I'm in a much better headspace now. So what's really neat is like this person is going to be stepping into a greater understanding of why they are the way that they are, and probably talk to you about it and come to some realizations and grow up, essentially, because we all have to evolve at some point. I feel badly for the way that I treated you. Didn't deserve that. So maybe they like ghosted you or brushed you off or tried to like, not see your worth or see your power. And I really honestly feel like that just kind of goes back to somebody in their life that made them feel disempowered. So they're uncomfortable with somebody who is completely authentic and knows what they want and has boundaries and isn't going to let anybody push them around. Is it possible to forgive and forget? Okay. So if you kind of got hot-headed with them and told them off or something, they're really sorry and they want you to be able to give them to have a second chance. They say, please don't take what happened personally. It's not you, it's me. A little too late, buddy. That's kind of how I feel right now. And then I miss you regardless of how things seem. So if I were you, I would wait. I would wait till this person came forward and told you, hey, I've been thinking about things and I realized like I was a jerk. Because there's only so much space holding that you can do for this person if they're willing to repeat their mistakes. And I feel like it's a little too soon to tell whether or not this is a turning point or they're just looking for somebody to kind of enable them right now. We have romance. So this person wants to let you know that they actually really feel like it's kind of like a caduceus. Is that how I'm pronouncing this? Yes. Is that right? I'm not sure. Anyway, the staff of Mercury. This romance could be really cathartic and healing for them. And they want you to know that. We have forgive. So they're in the process of forgiving themselves, and they hope that you will do the same thing too. You know, there's also an energy with the warrior woman where it's like the Queen of Swords. You know, maybe you've had people like this in the past, and you're just like, absolutely not. I'm not willing to let somebody come in my life that's going to try to knock me off my pedestal. I know my worth and I'm in my power, and it's like a little bit like a woman scorned type. But I honestly think this person is brought into your life to kind of crack you open a little bit and put you in those vulnerable positions so that you can accept the fact that it doesn't matter how they show up. You're going to still be you, you're going to do your thing, and you're going to be okay. So there's some similar threads here to pile one. Okay, and we have change. So eventually this person is going to change their ways. They're going to reconnect with you, and they're going to want to come back and harmonize better with whatever relationship you're setting. And just keep in mind, it could be a completely non-conforming relationship. Keep an open mind about these roles and this person, because this childlike quality of them is something I feel like that you really value. Like maybe you're a Capricorn, maybe you're like very serious and you're about your career and tend to like not favor these very playful romantical things, and this person can add joy and art and creativity into your life. But I really do feel like they're just in this energy of like, oh, I hope she doesn't judge me. So that is the message that I have for you. I would sit with this one for a little bit. This is interesting. Let me know if this resonated in the comments below. Like this video if you like it, subscribe to my channel, and I've got readings down below. So if you want to know what this person would say to you sensually, it's a 18 plus. It's a very popular reading right now. Do check out my Etsy shop. And other than that, I'll see you next time for the next reading.